First rule of friendship is that friends show each other support. In this episode of Seinfeld, Jerry gets talked into wearing a puffy shirt for an interview on TV. Elaine walks in and sees him, and instead of supporting him, she chooses to make fun of him and crack jokes, unlike Kramer, who tries to say that it is a cool shirt to try to support Jerry.
What is that?
It's the puffy shirt. Look at it, huh? What do you think? Is it cool or what?
Why are you wearing this now?
Well, you can't wear that on the show.
Well, you want to stuff it?
What? What? No, Jerry, you are promoting a benefit to clothe homeless people. You can't come out dressed like that. You're all puffed up. You look like the Count of Monte Cristo.
I have to wear it. The woman has orders for this shirt based on me wearing it on TV. They're producing them as we speak.
Yeah, but you're supposed to be a compassionate person that cares about poor people. You look like you're gonna swing in on a chandelier.
It would have been better for Elaine to not be so harsh on Jerry, maybe not saying anything about the shirt or suggesting he wear a different one. Friends don't only show each other support, but in times of need, friends seek support.
She broke up with you.
No, but I can tell she's going to. I can sense it. We had this terrible phone conversation. I was so nervous before I called. I made up this whole list of things to talk about.
Who's on the list?
Let's see. Oh, I'm very good at going in reverse in my car. Why isn't Postum a more popular drink?
Yeah, Postum is underrated.
Anyway, there was all this tension. I asked her if she wanted to go out to dinner, and she said no, maybe we could get together for lunch. You know what that means?
What's wrong with lunch?
Lunch is fine at the beginning. Then you move on to dinner. You don't go back to lunch. It's like being demoted. I'll never do another crossword puzzle with her again. I know it.
I like the jumble. You ever do the jumble?
I have no power. Don't you understand? I need hand. I have no hand.
You break up with her.
What?
You break up with her. You reverse everything that way.
A preemptive breakup.
A preemptive breakup. This is an incredible idea.
Yeah.
I got nothing to lose. We either break up, which she would do anyway, but at least I go out with some dignity, or I completely turn the tables. This is absolutely brilliant.
When George is having relationship issues, he turns to Jerry and Kramer for help. After hearing his problem, Kramer offers advice, which is what friends should do when another friend turns to them seeking support. Kramer suggests a strategy for George to maintain control of his relationship, which turns George's mood around.
Yeah.
All right.
Hello? You back, huh? I'd like to see you come up here and say that to my face! So what's the deal with politics? I don't get it. Am I right, people?
I don't believe this.
The third rule of friendship is that friends respect each other's privacy. From respecting personal space to not touching personal belongings to just leaving the other alone at times, friends often cross barriers or break rules, like Kramer does here, by using Jerry's phone, eating his food, moving his things around, and wearing his clothes. It's important for friends to forgive each other and move on, like Jerry does. The fourth rule of friendship is that friends keep confidences. Not only is it important to have people that you trust enough to confide in, but it's important as friends to keep a secret what your friends decide to abide in you with.
So get this. Peterman has his henchmen forcefully eject me from the book signing. Like I'm some sort of maniac.
Yeah, that's too bad.
What's the matter with you?
Nothing.
No. Don't give me that. I know you. Something's wrong. What is it? What happened?
I did something stupid.
What'd you do?
Well, I was shaving.
Yeah.
And I noticed an asymmetry in my chest hair. And I was trying to even it out. And the next thing I knew, gone.
Don't you know you're not supposed to poke around down there?
Well, women do it. Well, women do it.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll pick you up a sundress and a parasol, and you can just sashay your pretty little self around the town square.
Well, what am I going to tell Alex?
Listen to me. You don't tell anybody about this. No one. You hear me? Mm-hmm. Hey, Jerry shaved his chest. Hey! I forgot. Wait, never mind.
Jerry is comfortable confiding in Kramer about his chest hair problem, except in this case Kramer slips up and tells George. Luckily, George is one of their close friends as well, so likely Jerry would have told him anyway. Besides confiding and keeping each other's secrets, it is important that friends stick up for each other and have their back, which brings me to the fifth rule of friendship. We defend our friends.
You find yourself in the kitchen. You see an eclair in the receptacle, and you think to yourself, what the hell, I'll just eat some trash.
No. It was not trash.
Was it in the trash?
Yes.
Then it was trash.
It wasn't down in, it was sort of on top.
But it was in the cylinder.
Above the rim.
Adjacent to refuse is refuse.
It was on a magazine and it still had the doily on.
Was it eaten?
One little bite.
Well, that's garbage.
But I know who took the bite. It was her aunt.
Well, you, my friend, have crossed the line that divides man and bum. You are now a bum.
Jerry doesn't do such a good job of showing the fifth rule of friendship here. When George was embarrassed about being caught in an awkward spot eating out of the trash can, Jerry doesn't defend him and comfort him, telling him it wasn't a big deal or something like that. Instead, he laughs and calls him a bum. The sixth rule of friendship is to avoid public criticism. In this scene, George and Jerry have to tackle the awkward encounter of Elaine's dancing.
Come on, who's dancing? You want me to get it started? I'll get it started.
Sweet, fancy Moses.
Hey, go ahead. He's right in there, boy. Yeah. All right. Hey, how was the party?
Food was good.
Yeah, so I didn't miss anything?
Well, actually, you did miss one little nugget of entertainment. Have you ever seen Elaine dance?
Elaine dance?
It's more like a full-body dry heave set to music.
Did she do the little kicks and the thumbs?
What, you mean you know about this?
For some time. It was about 5 years ago. I never knew what to say to her about it. It was one of those problems I hope would just go away.
Well, sometimes you can't help these people till they hit rock bottom.
And by then you've lost interest.
They both know that she looks funny when she dances, and they don't want her to look bad in front of other people. But they both know that if they tell her that she's a bad dancer, they might hurt her feelings, which they don't want to do.
Jerry, if I didn't know better, I'd say that the staff had completely lost respect for me.
How could that be?
Jerry, I mean, like, so much fun. I mean, we were whining, we were dining, we were dancing.
What is that?
What?
This music.
It's dancing.
No, that ain't dancing, Sally.
I dance fine.
You stink.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. Jerry? Jerry? I'm a good dancer, right?
I forgot to make my bed.
Jerry, do I stink?
All right, you're beyond stink.
But I really enjoy dancing.
And that's not helping either. That's why you're having trouble with your staff, not because of George.
It's that bad?
Have you ever seen yourself? Please, please, not in my home.
Kramer leads the way, and they let Elaine know that she is not the best dancer, and that is why people are making fun of her at work, which avoids any further public criticism of her dancing. The 7th rule of friendship is probably the most important. Friends make each other happy.
There you go, buddy.
What is it?
It's Fusilli Jerry. It's made from fusilli pasta. See the microphone?
When did you do this?
On my spare time. You know, I'm working on one of you, George. I'm using ravioli. See, the hard part is to find a pasta that captures the individual.
Why Fusilli?
Because you're silly. Get it? Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Wait a minute, of course. Chicago? The Knicks are playing the Bulls tonight. What? We are going to the Knicks game. Michael Jordan. Dad, we're going to the Knicks game.
The majority of time you spend in a friendship should be practicing positivity and communicating in a cheerful, optimistic way, and doing nice things for each other just to make them happy, such as making them things, or giving them gifts, or just doing fun things with them. The 8th rule of friendship is to manage jealousy.
Hey, isn't that Elaine?
Maybe you should give me another picture of man hands. Elaine!
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 Hey, Elaine! Hi! Over here.
Jerry, George, Kramer. This is Kevin, Jean, and Feldman.
This is really weird.
Could you guys excuse us just for a moment?
Sure.
Thank you. What? What do you guys want?
Elaine, I've got to have another picture of Jillian.
I tried to get him one, but man hands almost ripped my arm out of the socket.
Could have got ice. Got it.
Guys, I gotta go. Take it easy.
Elaine? I come?
I'm sorry. We've already got a George.
Friendships aren't exclusive. Most of your close friends also have other close friends, some of which you might not even be so fond about. It is important to not feel threatened by them and manage your own jealousy. The 9th rule of friendship is to share humor.
Did anybody call here asking for Vanderlei Industries?
No, what happened to you?
All right, listen closely. I was at the unemployment office, and I told them I was very close to getting a job with Vanderlei Industries, and I gave them your phone number. So now, when the phone rings, you have to answer, Vanderlei Industries.
I'm Vanderlei Industries.
Right.
What is that?
You're in latex.
Latex.
Right.
And what do I do with latex?
I don't know, you manufacture it.
Right here in this little apartment?
And what do I say about you?
You're considering hiring me for your latex salesman.
I'm gonna hire you as my latex salesman?
Right.
I don't think so. Why would I do that?
Because I asked you to.
If you think I'm looking for someone to just sit at a desk, pushing papers around, you can forget it. Enough headaches just trying to manufacture the stuff. Yeah.
Yellow. What delay industries?
No! Vandalay! Say Vandalay!
Now you're way off. Well, yeah, that's the right number, but this isn't an apartment.
No,
What?
say
Vandalay! Say Vandalay Industries!
Yeah, no problem. How did you know who they wanted?
And you want to be my latex salesman.
Friends spend a lot of their time humoring each other and joking and teasing each other in affectionate ways, spending a great deal of time laughing and creating good memories. The 10th rule of friendship is to maintain equity, a balance between effort towards the friendship.
There's this guy who lives in my building who I was introduced to a couple years ago by a friend. He's a teacher something. Anyway, after we met, whenever we'd run into each other in the street or in the lobby or whatever, we would stop and we would chat a little bit. Nothing much, little pleasantries. He's a nice guy. He's got a family. Then after a while, I noticed there was no more stopping, just sort of saying hello and continuing on our way. And then the verbal hellos stopped. And we just went into these little sort of nods of recognition. So, fine. I figured that's where this relationship is finally going to settle, polite nodding. Then one day, he doesn't nod. Like I don't exist. He went from nods to nothing.
No, I go from nods to
And now there's this intense animosity whenever we pass. I mean, it's like we really hate each other. It's based on nothing.
A relationship is an organism. You created this thing, and then you starved it so it turned against you. Same thing happened in The Blob.
I think you absolutely have to say something to this guy. Confront him.
Really?
Yes.
Would you do that?
If I was a different person.
So, I had what you might call a little encounter this morning.
Really? That guy who stopped saying hello?
Yes?
You talked to him?
Yes, I spotted him getting his mail, and at first I was just going to walk on by, but then I thought, no. Do not be afraid of this man.
Right.
So I walked up behind him, and I tapped him on the shoulder, and I said, "Hi, remember me?" And he furrows his brow, as if he's really trying to figure it out. So I said to him, "You little phony, you know exactly who I am."
You said, "You little phony"?
I did. I most certainly did. And he goes, "Oh, yeah, you're Jeanette's friend. We did meet once." And I said, "Well, how do you go from that to totally ignoring a person when they walk by?"
This is amazing.
And he says, "Look, I just didn't want to say hello anymore, all right?" And I said, fine, I didn't want to say hello anymore either, but I just wanted you to know that I'm aware of it.
You are the queen of confrontation. You're my new hero. In fact, you've inspired me. I'm going to call George about something right now.
This panel, though, stinks.
This scene is a perfect example of how an imbalance in equity can ruin a relationship. By stopping nodding hello, Elaine's neighbor ruins their relationship and Elaine feels offended. Jerry does a good job of explaining that you have to put in effort to maintain a friendship.